to hit record, and we're just gonna see what happens. And at some point, we'll just do an intro and we'll figure it out. I mean, what are we doing? It's midnight. What are we doing here?
What
are we doing here? I did hit record. This is it. I'm not going back.
Oh, we're on. Let's go.
Yeah. This is
man. We just witnessed NBA history there. 29-point lead blown.
Spurs in 7.
I mean, look, I want to. So episode 385. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, suggesting we would be recording at midnight. I mean, I was asleep during the third quarter. Wife came down. She's like, "I'll sit with you." I was like, "Please don't, please." Like, I'm doom scrolling. I'm doing anything trying to stay awake. I'm about to order McDonald's. No, don't do that. So I didn't get my large Diet Coke. And then I kept kind of looking at the TV and the chat and look at the TV. It's like, what the hell is going on here? What is this? Why is Taylor Swift in my life all seasons? Like, it doesn't matter what sport. She's just on TV, constantly on TV. And then you got
at least she's not ugly to look at.
You got Peter's guy, Larry David, jumping up and down on the sideline. You got Seinfeld hugging randos. Like, what's happening here? And then it's like, and then the soccer chat's going bananas. Obviously, the World Cup starts tomorrow. Like, this is just too much. It's too much. And now we just witnessed, as LP was saying, history. I mean, what a ridiculous game. What a ridiculous game that was.
You have to focus on the meltdown of the Spurs over the comeback of the Knicks.
Yeah, but they also had it. I mean, De'Aaron Fox, you don't need him.
All right, hold on.
Go for the layup.
Let's start the show, and then just sit tight.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, here we go.
Welcome to and here it comes. Swinging and a miss. In a World Series Game 7 winning Curly W. This is the Bucks. It's 1974. The Washington Capitals are the 2018 Stanley Cup champions. I like that. You gotta like that, right?
Despite all this, despite the churn, my approval ratings keep going up.
We are ready to give our 500% support back to this franchise, back to this city, back to this team after Snyder leaves. And then this is the boo-boo you put on the field.
First time, the Washington Mystics are WNBA champions.
The Washington Commanders select Jaden Daniels.
I'm going to support fake teams that can't ruin my life.
Did you call back? Okay. Thank you. Sorry to keep you waiting. Complicated business.
All right. Episode 385. Now we can get into it, boys. I know it was a little bit of a hot start. It's kind of my fault. Just hit go. Matt the Met's in the green room. He's getting his mic situated. I'm sure he's got a lot to say. 20's in the green room. We'll see if he wants to come on. I told him to give me the finger if he wants to pop in here. But, I mean, we start at the beginning. This game 4, we said, yesterday, normal scheduling. Normally, we schedule and record on Tuesday nights. We said, all right, no, pause that. We're going to watch game 4. We're going to push ourselves, a little bit of extra caffeine. We're going to get through it. We're going to pod after game 4. We can kind of reset the series at large. And basically, and I'm not even joking, I had my talking points typed up basically halfway through the second quarter, exactly what I was going to say about, Wemby getting some calls, some favorable calls, about, Jalen Bumson just disappearing. Even his stat line is spectacular for a player of non-consequence for crazy stretches of the game, and then you check back in and he's got 35 points. Cat's in foul trouble early. So many things here, it just not going the Knicks way, to say it very, very, very simply. And just slowly and surely, we've seen this team do it now several times in just this postseason, most notably a 30-plus point comeback against the Cavaliers in the Eastern Conference Finals. And I think that was game 1, but what we saw tonight against a much better team in the Spurs was, I mean, honestly, it's pretty spectacular. The only thing, and this is not me being hot takey, this is legitimately the only thought in my mind when they took that 1-point lead at the end, was Robert Horry and the Lakers coming back from 20-something down, just chipping away against.
I remember watching that game in your basement.
Exactly, a billion. That is the only game that feels somewhat similar to what I just watched. you can argue that the stage was bigger in New York. This is a finals game. That was just a Western Conference playoff game. Like this, it's not the same. New York is set to explode. My neighbor, everybody knows John, lives a quarter mile away from me. I think I can hear him scream right now. I think I can hear him scream from his house. He's sending pictures of him in his goofy shirts. Like he's so excited. Knicks fans everywhere so excited. But I got to be honest, halfway through the second quarter, I thought this was done. We were going back to San Antonio Saturday night for Game 5, tied to a piece. Didn't play out that way. It didn't play out that way. Both teams pretty sloppy down the stretch. Way too many 3-pointers. And I'll stop talking here in a second. I wanted to grab both coaches and all 10 players on the court and say, hey, dummy, go to the basket. The refs are giving you the calls. They're calling this tight. Go get a foul. Put the ball in the – just freaking go to the hole. Why so many threes?
I mean, when you're that hot in the first half for the Spurs,
I know
it's a hard habit to break.
But FP, it's just one too many heat checks, man. At some point, you have the alien on your team. Go to the rim.
He was playing a great game. He's
probably
his best game of the series so far.
Yeah, but I don't want to take anything away from the Knicks. We obviously all just watched the game. I'll stop talking Met to Met. I'm not going to congratulate you because I don't think you're a Knicks guy. I know you're a New York guy, obviously, but you're not a Knicks guy per se. But look, as we've all played basketball, FP maybe a little bit less than the rest of us. Matt, like basketball is my first love. I've said that 300 times on 385 episodes. This was the NBA needs this, and they got it.
It was both epic and disastrous for the NBA. Look, anytime you see a comeback of that magnitude, it's good. I mean, it's better than a blowout, right? Like a 1-point game, a 30-point comeback is better than a 1-point blowout. But my God, did I hate the product that I was watching. I hated the basketball that was being played.
You would come in here and be...
No, I'm telling you. First of all, like it was just literally, it's just who's going to hit more threes. That's all basketball is today. Who's going to hit more threes at the end of the day, right? You're hot in the first. And honestly, this is the problem that the NBA has now. You didn't see this back in the day. A team went up 15 when we were growing up. That was done and dusted. Okay, the 3-point look. Whatever. I'm gonna stop being the old.
Doing a lot of old men.
Yeah, but
right
Matt, it was 106 to 107. We're not talking about a 140
but
to
it wasn't
155
the
game.
story of the
threes. But the point is,
brought the Knicks back though.
No, but it's also the amount of threes that are being taken and being missed, and that's okay now. Like that, the whole idea is that a team is shooting 25% from three, and that's how you win the game. That part is really frustrating. When you have a freak of nature who is 7'5" or whatever the heck he is, okay? Why are you spotting up, taking threes, man? Go to the basket. You're going to get hit. Mitch, you've already got Cat in foul trouble. What are you doing? Taking shots. And one last thing. De'Aaron Fox, dude, I swear he's going to be on the Knicks payroll next season after what he did in the fourth quarter of that game.
Both teams missed clutch layups. I mean, let's be honest. But the awareness.
Why are you taking a layup?
Yeah, you shouldn't be.
The awareness is terrible. Dribble that ball out, get fouled, go up 3. What are you doing?
I mean, that's been the Spurs.
I mean, it was an open
series.
layup, but I agree. Like, there's no reason for him to be taking that layup.
But the Spurs all season had that sort of fundamental breakdown. Not all season, this series, that fundamental breakdown at the end of games where they just handed the game to the Knicks because they weren't doing common sense passes, awareness, the normal things that they were doing in the first quarter, right? Every game so far they come in, they start the first quarter strong. They're playing fundamental basketball. They're doing their job. And for this game specifically, when it comes to the 3-pointer, I understand it was too many threes, but when the Spurs,
but it's always too many threes.
But the Spurs were hitting them all, right? So it's you're going to keep doing it.
You got to get away from it.
But it's the law of averages.
You have to get away from it,
right?
But the thing is, it's a hard habit to break mid game. To break mid game, when you see it go down 60% of the time in the first half, it's hard to think. All right, I went cold, right? And Vassell didn't go cold, right? Like he carried it through into the second half, but like the story of the threes isn't what brought the Knicks back either, right? Like they
chipped away.
They chipped and they did what they needed to do in the second half, and had the Spurs understood, okay, the three's not falling anymore, let's go use the alien, let's go do what we need to do. Yeah, they probably would have held on to that lead and taken the win, but it's a hard
first thing I
habit
do
to
when
break.
I get at halftime is like, guys, don't rest. We're up 25. Stop with like move the ball around. Let's get good shots. This team's in foul trouble. They did the opposite of that. Like it's fundamental basketball.
I'm with you, Matt, and I know we would all be given the same pep talk at halftime, right? Like you're up on the road in New York. You're about to head home. But we've seen this. This isn't like a unique problem to the Spurs. You become complacent. You become like, especially as the momentum starts to turn. And Madison Square Garden, man, like, is there a crazier place to play when it's all fire than
MSG?
I mean, they were
really what it comes down
cheering. They were cheering when the Knicks were down. When a couple times they touched like 15, 17, 15, 13. They were just as loud when they were down 15 as they were when they took a lead.
They were down 25 cheering, and I was like, this
cheering hard.
Crowd is so insufferable. I can't stand the Knicks.
You want that from a fan base, right?
You
do. You want that
from
a fan base.
Of course.
You do. But it also feels like very much
the commentators are cheering for the Knicks. The refs are calling shit for the Knicks.
Every celebrity to know, like everybody whose net worth is greater than, like I just I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I love. Again,
but
I
that's
love
the
being
magic
from
of New York. Outside of sports itself, right?
Yeah,
like
I mean the watch parties are great. We got friends that are at the watch parties right now. I'm seeing pictures come through for like both of John's sons are were literally drove up from Virginia today to be at watch parties around MSG. Like this, there's something very consequential that we just saw happening here from a cultural perspective, not just on the court. The product on the court, I don't remember who said it. I think it was FP. We got a good basketball game. There was a good basketball game in there somewhere, right? In spurts, it was a good game. But I mean, from a technical X's and O's kind of, vantage point, it's not the best. I mean, for the Knicks to be down one and shooting a three, I don't love that. That's bad play calling. And I said this early on. I think first quarter, first 6-7 possessions, I love that the Spurs came out in a full court press because they basically went and said, look, we're not afraid of having Brunson hold the ball and force him to dribble up every single time, have to pass out, put the ball in someone else's hand. And the Knicks eventually, to their credit, put 3 guards on the court and managed to make it work so that he wasn't the only one that was bringing the ball up. And that was, I think, one of the many catalysts that got them back into the game. They went small ball. They obviously hit their threes, but the game was good down the stretch. Cat, when he's on the court, he can hang with Wemby. Like, that's just a fact. I mean, he can do it. The problem is 2 fouls very early on, and then you've got bum after bum after bum Nick coming in, trying to give you, just minutes, just eat up some minutes. They were down 30. Like, the Spurs did everything they could to not lose this game and ended up losing it anyway. I mean, it's just
I disagree. I think they did, and they built up a lead and then forgot how to play basketball the right way. And I just think it was so, I mean, again, yes, I prefer a 1-point game than a 30-point game, but my God, did I hate it. I hated it the whole time. I'm watching it and I'm like, this is terrible. This is
it's late. I took a nap. I drank Turkish coffee. I had a Coke at 8:00. I never have caffeine this late. And I was fading for the majority of that game. And just like Joe said, look at the chat, look at the TV, look at the chat, look at the TV. All of a sudden, I'm awake. I was like, oh, I'm not tired. I'm actually wired. I'm going to be mad at all of you when I try to go to sleep after this show because I'm going to have so much caffeine in me. I wasn't tired. It was just the game was so boring.
It was monotonous.
And then it just turned on. And all of a sudden, like, it's exactly what you saw in MSG. Like, pressure cooker, it went off. Fans went crazy. I mean, it's insane what we just saw. Like, there's no words.
I think it just really comes down to the Spurs just folded under pressure. And this whole series, right? I called them to sweep, right? They just haven't been able to step up to the challenge. And
I mean, they're
in
a
New
young
York,
team.
in San Antonio,
and it's biting
the
them in
game
the
has
ass.
been too big for Wemby. Like, he shouldn't be shooting threes from, 4 feet behind the arc.
But look,
What's he
Wemby, the way he starts games and the way he ends games are very different. If we're being honest, right? Like
Yes.
he tends to fade, right? And this is not uncommon for young players, right? But I'm not comfortable putting it on him because overall his game was fine. If the Spurs dribble out that ball on the stolen last possession, they're win the game. It's 2-2. It's a completely different series now. I mean, does anyone have confidence in the Spurs going home? Be able to
the Spurs will win game 5. Look, here's what's been true. Spurs have had a double-digit lead in every first quarter of this series so far.
Hot.
Okay. And the problem that I have with what I saw today is you didn't learn your stinking lesson. Like, how do you lose games 1 and 2 after being up 12 and 15 and allow yourself to fall into the same bad habits? That's the problem that I have with the Spurs. Can the Spurs win game 5? Yes. This isn't going further than 6. I think so. I mean, again, but then now the Knicks have all the confidence in the world. If they're down 78, they'll be like, we'll just throw up threes and we'll come back and win because this team can't close.
Right? Just get them into the game. Yeah.
I mean, I would love for the Spurs to win 2 and for this to go to 7 and the Knicks not get it. I hate New York. I'll always hate New York. I'm a DC guy. I want to see all of their joy taken away from them, but I will give them their flowers today. They deserve it. Actually, they don't deserve it because of what they did game 3. Yeah, they don't deserve anything.
Can I tell you, other than Jerry Seinfeld and Larry David, all I wanted is for everyone to sit down. Sit your asses down.
No, I'll give a pass to Chamalay and Ben Stiller and Tracy Morgan. They're there all season long.
They are. They're there all the
Taylor
time.
Swifts of the world can go away.
Yes.
Like, honestly, for a while, I was thinking Kylie won't be allowed back in MSG.
But Adam Sandler. We're about to go into a tangent on DTC right now. But anyway, Adam Sandler, like, there is something inside of me that's excited for Adam Sandler. I mean, this guy loves basketball. This guy shows up at random, hoops up with random people all the time in his crazy, super baggy shorts. Like, there are some basketball purists in there, and. I mean, what a treat, man. Like, what a treat. You paid all that money. I mean, we haven't potted since last week. It was cheaper for a New York Knicks fan to fly to San Antonio, do 2 nights in a hotel, rent a car, sit courtside in San Antonio than it is to get into the bleeds at Madison Square Garden for game 3. Just think about that. I mean, this is it's not a political statement, but kind of is, right? It just shows you the disparity, right? And the demand for, look at the watch parties in San Antonio. They just, we'll open the arena. Everybody come in. It's like half full, right? And there's a couple watch parties around town. Like, I'm not knocking the franchise, right? But there are more fans in more Knicks fans in San Antonio than maybe San Antonio fans in San Antonio. I don't know. Like, it just seems like there's Knicks fans everywhere. Our guy Tony is who's a Knicks fan for as long as I can remember. I mean, it's so much like hype around this team. And I'm not
the Dallas Cowboys of the NBA. But they actually got the win. Right? I mean, they're at the show, and Brunson is a likable.
My whole life, the Knicks have not won a championship. I'm not ready for that to end. To be honest, there are some things that need to stay consistent. But if the Knicks can win a championship, then who knows what else is possible?
I mean, listen, win the Super Bowl, baby. That's what's coming next.
From a theatrics perspective, I'd love to see San Antonio win on Saturday and the Knicks have a chance to do it at home. Now, not being said, the assholes were rioting after they lost, and they're going to riot tonight after the win. Like that part, I think I can do without. Right? We saw something similar in the Champions League. We saw PSG rioting after the rioting.
You can go back to DC 2018 with the Cups run. They were in the streets celebrating, but it was like a happy celebration.
Yeah, people high-fiving and hugging and swimming in
a celebration, not a riot.
Yeah, totally
exactly.
different.
But also all over social media, like complaints about the refs and this and that.
Well, look, the refs
too much.
Refs didn't have a good start to game to the game tonight. Refs had a pretty rough go of it tonight. Actually, I think there was some.
They found their whistles today.
Yeah.
Compared to game 3.
But I think you got to give the players notice. FP, like, basketball is different than other sports. Like, the refs have direct influence on the game when they decide to call everything. And sometimes
your notice should come within the first 5 minutes of the first. You should get a vibe on how the refs are going to call that game.
But that's exactly what happened, and Cat was out of the game. I mean, look at like what really happened today. Cat got 2 quick fouls. Spurs opened up a 20-point lead. I mean, that's the narrative of the first half. And then in the second half, well, the Knicks just started. I mean, the Spurs continued to take bad shot after bad shot, and Knicks just wore them down in the end. But the game literally still came down to a terrible Brunson 3 at the end. I mean, it was a bad shot, like bad play design.
I mean,
bad
that
shot,
tripping by
bad
OG though.
I mean, Anunoby deserves a lot of credit.
Yeah.
The block on the
no
block
one was
on Fox,
boxing
and then
anybody out. No one
yeah.
was getting the boards. Like no one was crashing
awareness
boards.
and touch. I mean, he didn't.
He had the split of the Red Sea to go through
Yeah.
and get that.
And
No,
that falls a lot on Wemby. I mean, that's where the
No,
awareness
Wemby was out. He was on Brunson.
Wemby was guarding the
He was
3.
out.
That's again, you're out there on the
You
perimeter.
don't have awareness.
No,
I
he
think
was
that was
guarding
designed. I
the
mean,
three. He can't
they wanted Wemby guarding Brunson to take a terrible shot, which he took a terrible shot. But look, they got the
but
win.
also
They got the win. This means obviously, I don't know where the Spurs go from here, right? Because when you give up 20s in the green room screaming bad coaching, and I don't disagree with him. Yes, there was enough bad coaching on both sides, to be honest, but there's something about getting crushed like this on the road. Like, how do you not carry this with you, right? They're going to get on the plane tonight. They're going to go home in 3-4 hours. They'll be home.
They're so young. They're not even
it's the
supposed to
NBA
be
finals,
here right
man.
now.
You flush that and you
I mean, you
believe in
say we
yourself
were
and
up
you go.
30. Yeah, we were up 30, right? Like again, like they deserve credit. They deserve. This
I mean,
is stupid
Kings-
to say because you lost, but like they deserve credit. Every game they punch the Knicks in the mouth. Every game, it's just the
Yeah,
Knicks
they're
are
in it.
able to
Every
keep
game's
fighting
close.
back. The Knicks keep fighting back,
And it's
so-
always a different
Yeah.
Nick that feels to be bringing them back. Like,
But also, the Spurs had 1.2 seconds left, and that was a horrible inbound play.
yeah, that was. I
Like
don't
you have
know.
Wemby 7, whatever. Where's the lob to him? Like
It was a
don't
bad
think he's more
lob.
athletic than
Good play,
Cat? Who was on him? Was Miles Robinson on him? Yeah, I think it was Robinson on him. Yeah,
It was
That
maybe
dude is a
like-
bum
you
and a
can't
half.
do anything. Like
Can I just
That
say
was
something
awful.
here? If you're paid millions of dollars to put a ball through a hoop, you better effing put the ball through the hoop. I am so like, how do you grow up watching Hack-a-Shack and 25 years later you still can't make a free throw? Wemby is two freaking 100 feet tall and can shoot threes and can dribble between his legs and has a handle that is comparable to most of the guards in the league. And this bum can't even step up to the free throw line. Can't put a comb through his hair. Why is he looking homeless out there? What is this? What are we doing here?
that's the New York look.
What, I mean, it's something, man.
It's
That dude is straight bum. Straight bum. I mean,
like
like
you said, he's making his money. He's sleeping well tonight. Don't worry about Mitchell Robinson. He's okay.
Yeah, I mean, great job.
Yeah.
5 fouls, 0 from the line, 3 rebounds. Like, oh my God. Like, how do you spend your entire life he majored in basketball, right? Like his life has been basketball. He can't hit a shot from 17 feet when there's no defense, Matt. What is this? Like, this is completely unacceptable in the current NBA.
Because he's not paid to hit from 17. He's paid to hit from 2.
You just take
Like,
it to the start of the
defense.
show where
He
Matt
can't hit
comes
from
in
2 either. He can't hit
Oh,
from
he's
2
playing
either.
defense.
He missed 3 shots, I think, from under the basket and tried to tip the ball to himself when he's no, I can't.
Anyway,
I'm done.
Congrats to the Knicks. That
He's
was
still an athlete, Joe.
that was painful, but they came back. They earned
Matt,
a win.
One last just point on basketball here, and we'll pivot into other stuff because we got more stuff to cover. FP, I can't understand. Did you bet the Knicks to win or the Spurs? Because I see bets in the chat. Did you forget you made a bet? Did you win money? Like what are you sharing with us here?
I initially, like when they were down like 12, right at the start of the build for the Spurs, I took the Knicks to win the money line, and I put $10, but it was sitting in my bet slip. I didn't actually confirm it. And then Andy comes in and he's like, place a bet, easy money, easy money. So I'm like, without even thinking, I go to place a new bet, $25 money line Knicks. Same exact bet, slightly better odds for me.
Okay.
And then when I hit submit, like both of them got confirmed. So it's basically the same
No,
bet.
the odds change, FP. That's not.
That's
possible.
what I'm saying. No, it was sitting in my
Impossible
bed.
that you can do that. You must have
Look-
taken
look-
it at a different
look
time.
at the
Look
time.
at the timestamps.
Yeah,
Did you-
look, it's in the
Hold on.
screenshot.
So, did you make money or lose money tonight?
It's the exact same time the bet was placed, or 4 minutes later.
Yeah, so the odds changed in 4 minutes. Exactly.
I don't know.
So you can't hit place
Did you
bet.
make money or
and-
not? I'm just. It's
I
a
made
different
money.
odds.
Yeah. $30 total, and I made $190.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
And that's what I knew this game was over. When FP takes a crazy bet, it's guaranteed to hit every time.
Well, this guy's
I
been
don't
doing
understand how it
bets
happens.
on everything. I mean, this
This
guy's,
guy needs to go play Powerball.
he bets everything. He's a degen. What can you say?
Hey,
I mean,
hey.
I was betting on the
Hey, man.
NHL a couple nights ago too, right? But by the way, what a
We-
treat for sports fans that you're
I was
getting.
just gonna say,
You're getting classics on the ice and on the hardwood.
this
like
this as
special.
good as this NBA Finals series has been, the NHL Stanley Cup has been leaps and bounds better. It is insane what we're watching on the ice. Insane.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to argue with that. 'Cause
We have
no one's-
something else that's coming up that's about to take the nighttime spot.
Let's go.
I mean, what are you referencing here? Is MLS got like a series of evening games?
Yeah.
Or what is this?
They're on summer break.
The MLS summer
MLS is
break.
on summer
Yeah.
break.
MLS is on
Huge.
summer break. The MLS is realigning their schedule. Am I
Yeah.
They
right?
already
2028,
realigned.
Yeah. Now
Not yet.
it's largely a detriment to the league because their bread and butter for the last 30 years since they've been in existence is grabbing European stars after the Euro seasons. If they're all aligned, do we see a decline in people coming over for the to summer in America? Right, we saw this with Beckham come over and then go back to Europe. We saw this with Drogba early on. We saw it with Henry. We saw it with Gale. We've seen it with a bunch of guys.
And I would say
now?
that worked when MLS was younger, but I think now you really sort of have to start paying these guys to stay. I think Inter Miami, obviously Messi is a different beast, but what LA Galaxy did with Beckham, what Miami has done with Messi, it's really, really, really smart. And again, obviously Messi is going to draw wherever he plays, but I think MLS is learning. The problem that they have is these stupid limitations on the number of international players that you can have on your team. That's something MLS has to do away with.
I don't think so.
I honestly, to only have no, because at some point then you are limiting your teams to compete from paying and bringing these guys over in their prime. So my problem is yes, if we keep functioning as MLS being a springboard for U.S. soccer athletes to play or South American soccer athletes to play, I think that's a problem. I think if you really want the next phase of MLS I don't know why we're talking MLS right now.
I was going to say
the next phase of MLS
is on this show, and the World Cup starts tomorrow, and we're discussing MLS. That's the problem here.
Yeah,
I mean, this is he's gonna remember this. He's gonna remember EP385 forever. This is the LP.
Anyway. But yes, they need to open up. They need to let teams open up and bring in these European guys sooner, and they need to be competitive in the market so that they can be part of the transfer market portals.
It can't be the league of old guys, right? You've got
That's
to
my
have
point.
young guys, new talent coming in, up and comers, and you got to have smaller markets who do well, and that's something that MLS is not good at, right? It's the big market teams that consistently do well.
I mean, that's a U.S. problem. That's not an MLS.
That's every sport.
Right?
Yeah,
every
look
sport.
at the San Antonio Spurs.
Other than the NFL.
The finals.
Well, okay, one last question here. Maybe you guys just know the answer. Do any of the Euro leagues, the big time competitions, mandate a certain number of spots be held for national players? Like
I know the Premier
Arsenal-
League used to have.
They used to like a certain
I'm-
percentage of your roster had to be like English nationals or Spanish nationals or whatever. Does anyone still do that?
I believe there are. Yes.
Something we can look at. But without further ado, I mean, let's do a little World Cup. I mean, it's here. It's unfortunate that I don't think it's for the commoner anymore, right? It's not for the everyday fan. It's not for the world per se from an attendance perspective. And before we get into it, I had asked a couple different chat groups that I'm a part of. You know, obviously the tournament has expanded, right? This is the biggest World Cup in the history of the World Cup, right? They've expanded they've expanded to 50 teams or 500 teams. I don't know. It went from 32 to 48. There's going to be 1 billion teams that make the round of 32. Well, 32 that make the round of 32. Some third place teams are going to make it. We could talk about all that. But all this to say, it's being hosted, obviously, Canada, United States, and Mexico. can you have a more crazy variance in temperature and humidity and just general environment than playing in Toronto versus Texas versus Mexico City? Like, how are the Croatian team that is stationed somewhere in like near us, like 5 miles down the road, is practicing in 90-degree, super humid, Northern Virginia weather today. Egypt is in Cleveland where it was 78 and super mild. And then you've got, I forget which team it was in the heart of Alabama. Was it with the Swedes? I don't remember. Somebody was down in
Argentina was in Alabama last night.
They couldn't play. Like, they were like, it's too hot, right? Like, this is a problem, right? And it's actually been fascinating. I sent you guys some of this stuff on the offline chat. The Europeans that are here for the first time and are like discovering like big gulps at 7-Eleven, right? Waffle House at 1 a.m.
It's the best part of the World Cup so far. Like, that's the best content coming out.
America's the best because they're just doing all the crazy stuff that we.
All our hotel rooms have air conditioning.
But the irony is when Germany hosts a World Cup, sure, there's a little bit of climate and environment differences across something the size of like 3 United States. This is the entire freaking continent. This is completely different. Do you think there's a little bit of a disadvantage or advantage depending on where you're having to play your games?
I feel like the advantage should go Team USA, right? Because they're used to all the different climates, right? They're used to feeling the different humidity and heat out there. It should be their advantage.
Everyone's stationed in the U.S. I don't think anyone set up base camp in Mexico or Canada, did they?
Still, the difference between Cleveland and Alabama, like Ohio and Alabama, have.
So we would have had the same problem if it was just United States, right? Pacific Northwest versus South Florida.
For sure,
Texas,
for sure. But
right?
that's exactly my point, right? When you have, like, I'm not opposed to the 3-country hosting thing, although it's kind of gimmicky, and then you've got 3 teams that are automatic bids, and some of that stuff kind of annoying.
It's going to be more gimmicky next World Cup, by the way, but we'll talk about that.
I hear you. But I mean, it occurred to me as I was looking at, the Brits, like Harry Kane's already got like sunburn on his arms, right, from being outside. Like, they're just not, they don't play in this. Like, they're
using practice time to literally sit in the sun and bake and get their bodies acclimated to the weather.
So here's where I think it is a competitive advantage, at least to the U.S. is playing SoFi Stadium, Seattle, and then LA Stadium, right? So like they're literally staying on the West Coast, better climates and so on. That can't be by accident, right? But I will tell you, like when you're watching like World Cup qualifying, for example, CONMEBOL, they're playing up in Peru, right, with the thin air, or Ecuador, and then they come and they play in Argentina or Uruguay down at sea level. So like, I think a lot of these countries are more acclimated to playing in Europe as well, kind of very diverse, maybe not as much as the US is, but I actually think the African teams, the South American teams have a bit of an advantage, a little bit of an advantage over the Euros in terms of just acclimation. But at the end of the day, skill wins out usually in the World Cups, and I don't think it's going to be that massive.
We saw this most notably to me, or freshest in my mind, was in Brazil. The Brazil hosted World Cup was, I mean, geographically very disparate, right? But very hot. I mean, to the point that it was the first time in World Cup history where they were taking water breaks, right? So like, it's not like we haven't seen it before, but the United States is massive, and part of the allure to me of following, Freddie 007, right? The German that's zigzagging America.
Best Twitter ever.
He's eating a hot dog at Chili's, watching the Knicks. He's like, I love America, right? Then he's at a Waffle House at 2 a.m, and then he's having like 3 big gulps, and he's like
losing his mind at how big Auburn Stadium is. Like, none of the Europeans even. Yeah, none of the Europeans even notice how big our college stadiums are, let alone
college stadium. Yeah,
absolutely. Much less driving, following the team. They're like, the same account was saying like the team is flying between games. I'm driving. It's going to take me 13 hours to drive from X to Y. Like it's a lot, but it's kind of cool to see like, we are the best. Like this is what makes America so freaking awesome. Politics.
Yeah, think about it.
Cool to see.
We had to do 0 infrastructure improvements to host the World Cup, right? Like, look at what Qatar did.
Yeah.
Like they had to build new stadiums, build highways.
They had to move the
They didn't have
tournament
to do
the
anything.
winter. I mean, a little bit.
I mean, but if that's the case, then the U.S. is hosting every other World Cup, right? Like,
sign me up as a host, right? I don't think the United States has any business hosting any of this stuff because it's too expensive. It's just like if you're an average Euro coming over here, paying American pricing for everything around this World Cup, you're going to go home broke. Like it's not possible.
What you would need to do is isolate to one specific quadrant of the U.S. and keep the tournament there, spreading it out the whole continent or the whole country.
But
if you kept it in like SEC country, right?
Yeah,
and you're like all these massive college stadiums, that's where we're going to host the World Cup, right? That would be easier for all of the foreign fans to come in. Because Southern hospitality and it's a lot more drivable and it's a little bit cheaper, right? Like, but once you start throwing in the big metropolitan destinations, prices are going to skyrocket, hotel rates are going to skyrocket, all of that stuff. But
so the way I like, so I obviously I didn't buy any tickets for this World Cup. But they're back in 2009 for the Confederations Cup. So I remember you had the option to follow a team. Right. So if you wanted to follow your national team and you would get all the tickets, and that's what I think a lot of the international fans tend to do. Right. I mean, you're probably not seeing a lot of like let me go to a random game, although I'm sure that's happening too. But for the most part, people are following their national teams tend to be regionalized. Like we said, the U.S. is kind of sitting on the West Coast. I think Argentina, for example, is going to be mostly in the Southeast. So I do think in that way it does ease the burden of the travel on the international fans. I also, and I can't prove this, but I think internationally the prices of tickets weren't open to the market the way. I'm not sure about this actually.
The U.S. is getting price gouged. We're getting gouged.
The U.S. is getting price gouged. Buying tickets here, I think, and buying them abroad is a different buying process. I think allocations were made to certain countries, and I think those allocations and the price of those,
there's a lot of reporting about certain
strong euro, baby, strong euro.
That's true too. That's true. But I want to go through this, and what I posed to almost everybody that's in a random group chat with me was, just pick one winner from each of these groups, and we'll go through them. And if you guys got one, give me one, like just lock, like bet it. FP's gonna bet it. This team's gonna go through from the group. Let's just go through them. And then if there's another one that you're like, hey, there's some mass appeal here or there's some sleeper appeal here, throw it in. Is anybody opposed to this?
Not opposed to it. The only caveat I'll say is with two teams automatically getting in, it becomes a bit of an easier exercise, right? If the top two are getting it. So, but yeah.
Well, just give me one, right? Because, just give me one. Group A is Mexico, South Africa, South Korea, and Czechia.
It's actually a tougher group than most people. Czechia, yeah.
Czechia.
Or Czechia. Yeah, that's what it used to be. Not anymore, baby.
Yeah.
It's actually a tougher group than most people think. Like, it's actually a pretty...
Oh, come on. This is Mexico. Mexico.
It's Mexico because of the regional... yes, but...
South Korea.
But I'm telling you, I actually like South Korea.
South Africa, too.
This is gonna be my favorite FP segment of
South Africa has no... South Africa is the...
Joe, mark down what I say so I can place a bet. South Korea.
I don't think South Africa scores a point. They'll score a goal. I don't think they get a point.
But they qualified for this one, right? The last time they participated, they were 2010. They participated as hosts.
2010, they didn't have to part. They were hosts.
Yeah, I don't know if they participated in any other ones in Korea.
No, they were in the. I think they were in. Actually, I thought they were.
I think you're going to get Mexico, South Korea.
Yeah. If you have to pick one, it's Mexico.
Yeah, and then FP, of course, is taking. Were you taking FP?
South Korea.
South Korea for FP. All right, Group B. This one for me is super easy also. Canada, Bosnia, Qatar, Switzerland.
Switzerland all the way.
I have the 2 Euros coming out of this group.
No way.
Yes, sir.
No way.
Yes, sir.
Right, I'm going to hold my answer until I hear LP, but go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, I'm going to go Switzerland and Canada.
So Bosnia's route to the World Cup was not an easy one. They had to go through the playoffs, and they beat some big Bosnia. Don't sleep on Bosnia, huh?
Who did they beat?
Italy.
Yeah, they beat Italy
Italy
in.
Italy.
Yeah, it's still Italy.
Italy hasn't made the World Cup in How many years?
Third one.
Agreed.
That's
Agreed.
crazy.
But my point is, I think Bosnia is battle tested. Bosnia can hold its own, and I'm telling you, Canada. Do you remember Canada
have
in the
the
last
U.S.
World
coach?
Cup?
Yeah, the only answer here is Canada, by the way. Just
They
so
have
we're-
the U.S. coach, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Canada will not make it out of this group as a top 2.
Oh,
If they
give me
make
that
it, it'll be
action.
as a best third.
Give me.
I don't bet.
All
I
the
don't
way.
bet.
You don't bet.
Switzerland,
That's what I'm saying.
Bosnia will be your 1-2 out of this group.
Yeah, I'm taking Canada as the lock, and I will take. I think I'm on Bosnia also. I'm actually with Matt. They beat a ton of good teams, including a high stakes playoff win against Italy as well. Italy, by the way, missing 3 in a row. That's like U.S. soccer territory. Like, what's going on there? Like, what's happening? How bad? Like, how are you not paying attention to? I mean, 12 years is a long drought for a traditionally a contender. Like, if they're in, they're a contender.
I mean, it's a World Cup winner. It's a one of only 8. So yeah, it's hard to see.
Guys,
them
they
struggle
beat
with this
Wales
game.
and Italy. I mean, that's not that impressive.
Wales ain't a pushover.
But also I'm saying, like, look at their group as well that they were in. I'm just saying playing
Maybe.
European soccer is always an advantage.
But
right,
but
in terms
Canada's
of-
an up and comer. Canada is good.
Canada
I mean,
is
they-
an up
they
and
went
comer.
far last World Cup.
No, they didn't. They went home last World Cup.
Canada went home.
I don't think they scored a point in.
All right. We're gonna keep it moving. Group C. Brazil, Morocco,
obviously.
Brazil.
Yeah.
Scotland.
Brazil, Morocco.
Let's see what FP. Who got FP?
No, I got Brazil.
Okay, all right. Just making sure.
I don't know
I
about
was waiting
Morocco.
for Haiti. I was waiting for
I
Haiti.
think Morocco might be the safe second option out of this group. I mean, Haiti. I don't think Haiti gets a point. I don't think Scotland gets a point either. I think this is probably the easiest of all the groups to call for.
If
me.
Haiti doesn't get a point, then Scotland has to get a point.
That's true. That's true.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. You're right because of the math. Yes, 3 for a win, 1
Yeah,
for.
yeah.
No,
Right,
I'm
so-
following. But I think Morocco gets out too. I think Morocco.
I think we skip Group D.
I was just gonna say LP said I'm not allowed to bet on Group
I'm not
D.
skipping. I'm not skipping anything. Group D. The United States is going to win Group D. It's going to
Yes.
be U.S. and Turkey. Those are the two.
Yes.
teams.
LP's gonna be
The-
so mad at you right now.
The benefit, like,
I'm not
and I
plead the
don't
fifth.
think I don't think we should take it lightly, but the fact the USA met all 3 of these teams within the last year had good showings against them. I believe they won all 3 of these matches.
They did. They did win these. I think Turkey was like a 90th or an extra.
Yeah.
An extra
So I think I would like to think that Pochettino is smart enough to put a good plan together to at least get 7 points out of those 3 games. That's kind of I have them at potentially 7 if not 9. But yes,
Yeah, I mean,
USA
the
wins
Socceroos are interesting here because they're one of the youngest teams in the tournament coming in now. Like they've said goodbye to a lot of their old timers. But I still think the USA should comfortably get out of this group, and if they don't,
I did a hedge bet for LP on this group.
Emotional hedge.
USA eliminated from the group stage. They scored 2+ group goals and they concede 6 or more goals.
Oh, are you really
I hate you.
LP? You're not picking it?
I'm not picking it. I can't do it.
Can I just say that's a $50 bet that I placed hedging that bet.
Oh my god!
I mean,
Just
but
give
if
me
guys,
$50.
U.S.
Just
soccer
give me
World
50.
Cup
If it-
happens once
if it-
every 4 years. Like I'm not messing with it.
If it
can't do
hits though, if it
I'm
hits, I'll
too
be so sad.
superstitious.
But I'll be up $800.
Let me just, I know a lot of people have Turkey as the second team out. I will say this about Australia. Australia, since they've moved over to play to qualify as part of the Asian teams versus qualifying as like Oceania, where they were always I think that's a different, like they're going up against Japan, they're going up against South Korea, they're going up against so they're actually quite more competent than I think. I actually think Australia could be a surprise team out of this group. USA for me is the lock. I would not be surprised if Australia just ekes out Turkey as the number 2.
I'm with you on this one, but I think Turkey coming back to the tournament after missing the last 2, I think, or 3 even. I mean, they've been a long time coming back. Young team, I think they get out, but the USA is the lock to get out of this. If they don't, it's disaster. Just we're Italy. We're Italy of North America, basically at that point. All right, Group
Rumors
E.
are Pochettino's out after this, anyways.
He has to be out. He has to be out. He can't score. Don't get me started.
Okay.
No,
Right.
Anyway.
Group E.
Germany's the obvious here.
Yeah, we've got Germany. Who's the group?
Curacao.
Germany, Curacao, Ivory Coast, Ecuador.
Ecuador.
I think Germany, Ecuador.
Germany, Cote d'Ivoire in my.
Yeah, give me the Ivory Coast also. I think
Yeah.
this is their big return to the big stage too. They make humans that are just very different than the rest of the planet. I don't know.
Didn't they just beat France?
They did.
That's not a small feat.
These guys can ball, dude. They can ball.
Yeah.
I think Germany's an interesting one too, right? I mean, Germany failed.
They didn't make it out of the group stage
the group stages in the last 2 tournaments. I mean, there's a lot of pressure on this team. A little bit younger team than before, but I believe coached by a German. And there's a very crazy stat that I saw that basically all of the winners are national teams coached by the same nationality coach, which is just wild to me. That's how's that happen? I don't know.
That's wild that nobody's caught on to that, by the way. How do you not go into every World Cup with a national coach?
I don't know, but that basically
just for the
yeah. So Germany could do it, but England and the United States cannot. Basically.
Spain, right? Spain's coach is Spanish, I believe. So
yes,
that kind of sets up. And French
Portugal is coached by Belgium, right?
No, Portugal's the guy. Isn't it still Roberto Martinez? Whatever the short guy used to coach Everton. He's not Belgian. Is he?
I think so. I don't know.
Think so.
2020. We needed the green room. We need a fact check, please.
He's Spanish. Roberto Martinez is Spanish.
Okay. We've all got. I think FP, you're taking Germany here as well. LP, you're taking Germany. The lock.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, Matt, and Matt and I are on Ivory Coast, and it sounds like LP's on Ecuador. Did I have that right? I'm just writing it down. I think so. Group F. Moving on. Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, Tunisia. This is one of the harder ones for me to call. I got to be honest.
Yeah, it's a fun group. I'm excited to watch this group play. I obviously I think I've got Netherlands clearly. I just think the talent there. Japan. Lately
always
Japan
surprise.
Always. I mean, Japan. You think they're gonna crumble? I feel like they also got a raw deal in the last World Cup. I like Japan coming out as the 2, and sort of I think I see Tunisia as being like one of the top third place teams. Which is again, Sweden is good, but I think Tunisia comes out as one of the
8 third place teams allowed in.
Yeah,
is that it?
Yeah. Yep. It's possible. It's possible here. I think the Dutch are a lock. I think they generally first of all, I get sized for the orange kits. I just like the way their unis look. They're always put together. I'm not going to say they're a humble people, right? But they're not overly bombastic.
They're in DC right now, aren't they?
They are. That's correct. I think I got the Dutch coming out of this one too as a lock. LP, are you?
I got the Dutch too. If I have a wild card, I pick Sweden.
Sweden's interesting, but they don't.
I like playing with Sweden in FIFA 94. That's why.
Yeah, it's FIFA. What were you playing on 94? What were you
on PC?
On PC.
On PC. Alexei Lalas, baby.
You know, it's not called FIFA anymore. It's called FC whatever, right? But FIFA released their own video game that looks.
Did you guys see the graphics of that game?
It looks like something you would play on a Nokia phone.
It was on Atari. It looks like it's from Atari.
Who is buying that piece of crap? Like, how? How did they think this was a good idea? It just shows you how
it's FIFA. I mean, the most arrogant organization in the world.
Group G: Belgium, Egypt, Iran, New Zealand.
I don't think anyone's not picking Belgium.
Belgium is aging though. But I mean, this is likely the last tournament for a number of. I mean, we're not going to see Hazard. We're going to see probably the last of De Bruyne. We're going to see Lukaku, I think, for the last time. So like, this is the end of like their super squad. But they should comfortably get out of this group. And I think Egypt can do it, guys. I think Egypt. I'm not cheering for them. I'm not cheering against them. But I think they're the second best team in this group. I think they
I've been a lot of people
Zico.
saying that Egypt is going to do well for the fact that I think 8 of their players are from Zamalek. So they have that team chemistry, which is very important in the World Cup.
Like insider information. Okay.
So is that like Spain's got 8 guys from Barcelona?
Yeah,
I will take the 8 Barca guys
for a small, crappy country.
But also
7 guys that
Egypt-
play together in Zamalek against the 4 of us every week.
Well, you have 7 guys. You have Zamalek, and then you have Mo
But I'll
Salah.
also say Egypt. Yeah, look, you've got Salah, obviously. You've got Marmoush. You've got the young kid at Barca, Abdul, whatever his last name is. Egypt has talent playing in upper leagues, right? Like they've got talent. I mean,
They've had talent too.
They've had.
The question is the coaching here. Like, can you manage the Egyptians are very weird where they think they're bigger than, like, they have one. Yeah, exactly. But they all have ego. They all.
Is it the same goalkeeper?
It's,
yeah.
He's
still, Dude, that dude
years
is
old.
That guy is
so freaking old. But
he gets touched and he's rolling around.
I guarantee you, he will have a bandage on his head game one. Like
15 minutes in.
Guaranteed, dude.
That's the Egyptian way, baby. It's the Egyptian way.
That's the Egyptian way. I mean, it's unreal.
I hate to. So, despite all the jokes coming out of Egypt, like there's this great series of commercials about like Egypt, like people having no faith that Egypt is gonna make it past the first round. But
look, they qualified. They didn't squeak it. I mean,
they're winning Africa all the time. But
yeah, they're always competing. Like this is they haven't had a squad that has played, to LP's point, together like this in basically since like the 90s. Like that, this team has stayed together, largely together like this. Mo, you say what you want about Mo Salah. Like he is still a top talent on the international stage. He's obviously leaving Liverpool after 9 seasons where he played at the highest possible level. He played in Italy before that. He obviously played in the EPL before that, right, with Chelsea. So like there is a pedigree here of been there, done that to some extent. But they are, like, just looking at the competition here, they should be able to secure 6 points, in my opinion. They should be able to beat New Zealand pretty comfortably. They should be able to beat Iran pretty comfortably. If they get 6, they're going to go through. So that to me, that's
tell you, the Iran game is the game that's going to decide it for them. I agree with you. I think they beat New Zealand, but Iran is feisty. I think Iran, like, if Iran surprises Egypt, obviously I think that ends Egypt's run. But I think Iran can actually. I'm not putting Iran above Egypt, but I do think that is the game that decides this group. The winner of that game comes out of this group.
It also depends on if Iran has to deal with shenanigans before the game.
I mean, I think at this point they're here.
Is this no longer the Pride game?
It's no longer.
They canceled. Okay,
yeah, they had to cancel it. Of course,
did they move it to another game?
I think they just canceled it. I mean, I don't know. The whole month is Pride. Like, why do you need a whole month? I don't understand. At some point, we have to get past just celebrating gay people having sex with each other. Like who's against it anymore in 2026? Who's outwardly upset about gay people having rights? Like, no one is any longer like there has to be more to the month of June than
also
just Pride and rainbows. Like, come on, man. Like, we can't do it anymore.
Bringing it back. If the U.S. puts on the rainbow jerseys, they will lose. The U.S. does not win in the rainbow-colored numbers.
The U.S.
They need to stop with
I think you pointed this out, Matt. They lost to Germany in the rainbow unis on the 50th anniversary of storming the beaches of Normandy, or whatever it was, this past week. Well, like. It's just a place.
I'm just saying, just stay away from the rainbow numbers, US. Like,
I'm sure I have to go back and edit this whole thing out, right? Because I'm not allowed to be upset about Pride Month. But like, at some point, we all gotta like high five a gay guy and move on. Like, it's stupid. All right, group. Well, sorry, FP. Who you got winning this group?
Belgium. Belgium.
Belgium all around. Okay. Group H: Spain, Capo Verde, Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay. You want to talk about layup and a half? This is Spain 100%. This group shouldn't even have a second place team. They
It
should
shouldn't. I agree.
Spain
I
could play
agree.
subs.
Yeah.
Spain could play 7-on-11 and win.
You should be able to pick a 4th place team from a good group over this 2nd place team coming out of this. Like
I
Uruguay
agree.
is not who they used to be, man. Like,
No.
and the one comical thing that sticks with me is, should Saudi Arabia defeat Spain for whatever reason, they will have beaten Argentina and Spain in the last 2 World Cups. That's not something anybody could actually say, but that could be interesting.
Hey, I mean,
But,
doesn't
yeah.
it happen every World Cup? Some no-name team
There's always a
Yeah.
surprise.
has an
I
upset.
mean,
Like,
Spain-
it happens.
Saudi Arabia beating Argentina was it, man.
Absolutely.
The last one.
I mean, Germany didn't make it out of the. I mean, Italy didn't even make the whole tournament. Yeah, yes, there's always kind of a curveball, but
As
this.
always, yeah.
I mean, it's Spain by a mile, and then
It's Spain, and then who cares? Yeah,
Who cares?
Uruguay probably.
it should be. I mean, what an embarrassment for them. If
Should
it's
be.
not.
Yeah. If they don't, I agree.
Okay, what group are we on? France,
I.
France, Senegal, Iraq, and Norway.
This is a hard group.
This
No,
is a hard.
France is the lock, 100%. They're the best team in the world. They should. You can pencil. You basically, it's chalk all the way through to the final for this team, and no one's going to convince me otherwise. They're too good. They're too deep, and your boy Mbappe he's flirting with history here. If he can make a 3rd World Cup final, he's 15 years old. Like, he's still in my mind 15 years old. He has the potential to play for his 3rd World Cup. He immediately enters the GOAT conversation, even though he doesn't have the statistics of Messi, Ronaldo, Pele, or Maradona for that matter. But he is that close to being in the GOAT conversation at 26 years old, if he can get through.
So yeah, I think there's a lot of merit to that. I do think France is probably the most stacked team in the
It's not even close.
competition.
Spain is close.
Spain is close. For me, that is likely the final. Spain, France. I know you didn't ask for those predictions yet, but I will say, Erling Haaland, I am excited to finally see him on the World Cup stage. You also have Odegaard. Norway is not a pushover by any stretch. And Senegal, again, like you're talking about, the African champions, I guess before before they got stripped.
I don't have a file on Senegal, Matt. I got to be honest. I don't. I think the stage is too big for them. I'm with you. I think Norway is the 2nd best team in this league in the group.
Yeah.
And they should be able to score a lot of goals.
Norway should be able. I actually think Haaland could be your Golden Boot winner. I think.
I'd love to see it.
I think he's going to just run rampant on folks.
Well,
that's the thing. I actually think Norway could beat France. Like, I think that game is not that much of a pushover for France. I think Norway is likely.
You and I may have watched the exact same YouTube crash course on the World Cup a couple days ago.
I haven't, but yeah.
So I will give you credit then. I definitely watched a ton of stuff getting ready for the tournament. There's a number of people that think Norway running a false 9 can beat France, because you can't, Haaland is a nightmare. I mean, look at every team in the EPL struggles, and those are the best players from the best nationalities, whatever. Nobody can stay in front of this guy, and when he gets ahead of steam, he can bulldoze people. I mean, he's got some Zlatan in him. He's got a little bit of Ronaldo in him. He's got a little bit of these big burly strikers that you just don't like. You get tired of being bulldozed constantly, and he doesn't. Doesn't need the ball at his feet constantly to be special.
That's the thing. His size, his speed, just with his head, with his feet, the guy's just gonna find goal. He's gonna find the goal a lot, and it's a lot of faith to put into one guy, but I think he's got that kind of caliber. Like, Erling Haaland could be. I think this could be his true coming out party on the international stage. I think those who watch club soccer know who he is already, but I wait to see what he does in this World Cup. I think he's
LP. Who you got coming out of this group?
I'm
sure you got France. Who's your second?
Yeah, France, and then Senegal. I'm going to say all 3: France, Senegal, Norway.
Yeah, I do think
Senegal's
3 teams come out
some-
of this group. I agree.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Senegal's decent.
FP, who you got here? It's got to be France.
France.
It's gotta be.
Of course.
All right, let's keep it moving. Group J: Argentina, Algeria, Austria, Jordan. A lot of A's in this group.
Yeah, I think there's.
I'm going to go ahead and say Jordan doesn't make it out.
Wow.
Yeah,
Stunner.
Argentina. Look, let's take a moment here and just talk about Argentina. I'm assuming that's chalk for everybody. Argentina gets through. No Di Maria, I think, is a bigger deal than people are not making it out to be. Like the amount of pressure that Angel Di Maria took off of Messi from a creative perspective was tremendous. I don't think people realize, unless you really watch this team, how much he did for Argentina. Like he allowed Messi to be Messi as opposed to Messi having to play like God ball.
I'm out on Messi.
Well, is there a reason?
I don't like that he keeps retiring and then always shows up.
He hasn't retired.
He said he quit after every major tournament.
Hasn't retired yet.
Tournament.
Yeah, that's true.
Every tournament, he's like, "This is my last time. I'm never playing again," and then he shows up again.
That's true.
I'm out on him.
Dude,
He's annoying.
The guy's heart, man.
Chill,
the
bro.
guy's devastated each time, and he comes. Yeah, just relax.
But he got the
But
trophy.
actually, let me
Ride out in the sunset. You got the trophy. Stop coming back.
let me present a different
He's like
perspective.
This is his
LeBron.
last one. This is definitely his last one.
He's not like LeBron.
He's like LeBron. Just go away.
Argentina. I think what excites me
Do you
about
feel the same way about
Argentina
Ronaldo?
Well, we're gonna get to Ronaldo here. in
No,
a second.
because
Go,
Ronaldo-
hold on, Matt.
Yeah.
Matt,
Okay,
just
go ahead,
hold
Matt.
on. Go, Matt.
What excites me about Argentina this go
What
round
excites you
is
about
actually I think the fact that you can play Messi back more as a midfielder, like as an attacking midfielder, and then actually because now he's got strikers. The Argentina's finally got Julian Alvarez, you got a couple guys up top, and so what I think, so to your point about Di Maria creating for Messi, now you've got Messi with the ball at his feet creating. The guy still has vision that's better than anyone on the field. The guy will find his strike, and you're seeing it. You're like, and actually a lot of this ramp up, this qualifying, they played without Messi and they dominated CONMEBOL, which again is by far like out, is one of the hardest like qualifiers. So I actually think as a team, this is the best Argentina team to be in a World Cup in a while. I'm just curious to see how that
3 minutes. I'm going to make the same exact argument for Portugal when they bench.
I think that's I kind of agree with that argument that you're going to
in
make.
this group.
It's really hard.
Go ahead.
It's really hard to put a group of 11 guys who don't have that chemistry together on the field. It's really hard when you haven't practiced with Messi.
Argentina needs to take
It is. I'm telling you.
I disagree with you on this. This is the equivalent of Olympic basketball. Like everybody knows what because it's not. It's not like you have 11 Messis, right? You've got Argentina, Spain, France. Their guys are their guys in their specific positions. Nobody plays out of position. Portugal is the exact opposite. Actually, Portugal moves people around and they accommodate Ronaldo, maybe to a fault, and we'll talk about them in a second. I actually really appreciate what Matt was saying. You can just kind of have Messi sit back or even just play a second half and keep him fresh. I think that's what Portugal is going to do with Ronaldo as well, I think. But that being said, I still think Di Maria and some of that, like that veteran presence matters. There should be no pressure on this team. The only pressure on Argentina is to get out of the group phase. Anything beyond that, I think they're playing with house money. Messi has his World Cup trophy. His place in history is cemented. And I think he actually will likely play a little bit looser because of that. As far as the second team or second best team in this group, low key, I think it might be Algeria, right? Again, they might be the worst of the African teams. No, South Africa is the worst of the African teams, but the competition to get out of Africa in general is very tough. People don't realize it. Very tough. Like perennial, World Cup teams like a Nigeria didn't even make it, right? Like in the tournament.
I think the North African teams are really kind of in the heyday, right? You take Egypt, Morocco,
Algeria,
Tunisia, Algeria,
absolutely,
right? Like that entire North Africa is really dominant. And I think had it not expanded to 9 African countries now, I don't think you see Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, South Africa come in. I actually think it would have been all entirely, which I think it was in the last World Cup. Maybe all except for one were North African teams. So, I think Algeria is probably the most quality team after Argentina in this group.
FP, who's your lock out of this group? Not Argentina.
Annoyingly, it's Argentina. Just the stupid clips of stupid Messi just practicing.
You just said not Argentina,
Oh my
dude.
God.
Beyond Argentina. Give me
Are
one.
you not paying
Beyond
attention?
Argentina? No, I'm not.
It's
Just
2 in the
say
morning.
Austria.
We're,
So
listen,
late.
we're all gonna get through this.
Just say
together.
Austria because no one said Austria.
I'm loving this. I'm
Yeah.
loving
Taking
this.
Jordan.
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 I love it.
Okay.
I'm-
Put
yeah,
that in your parlay.
yeah,
I'll
that-
put it
that
in.
part's gonna be-
Straight bet.
All right, we got 2 left. Group K, we got Portugal, Congo. I want to say first time ever, I think, in
Yeah.
Uzbekistan and Colombia. I mean, I think it's Portugal and Colombia. I think you'd be hard pressed to find anybody that says anything else about the order here of 1-2 finish. Portugal is interesting. This is widely considered to be the best Portugal team to be fielded. And they are better, and this pains me to say it, they are better when
Without
Ronaldo
Ronaldo.
is
Yeah,
not on
it's-
not
yes,
on the
I
pitch,
agree.
because this is the key difference between Messi and Ronaldo. Ronaldo, like everything has to flow through him, and the offense literally is cross and let me hang in the air like I'm superhuman with my head, with my foot, with my back, with my shoulder, whatever. He's going to find a way to score. He's not that guy anymore. And it sucks to say that, right? And I know FP just referenced LeBron. If you're going to pull the LeBron card here, the better comp is Ronaldo, where the fastball isn't as fast and the pressure remains very much on his shoulders because he doesn't have that. He doesn't have that World Cup, that international big. He's got the Euro Championship. He doesn't have the World Cup trophy.
But I can understand him constantly trying because he still has something to chase.
But I don't know if he's still good enough to be on the team. This is the same argument that you would make for Neymar with Brazil. He may not be good enough to be on the team anymore. He's there because of star power and cachet and everything else. But what I think will happen here, Matt, sorry to cut you off. What I think will happen with Portugal, I think you're going to see him start against I think they face Congo first. I don't know who they face first, but I think you're going to see him start the first game. I think you're going to see him come off the bench for games 2 and 3. They're going to try to keep him fresh, and I think that's going to be the formula for them as they get into the knockout stages. I think he's going to be a super sub, someone 65th minute, especially if they're down. You maybe see him come on a little bit earlier, but that's his role because I don't think you can start the game and pull him. I think his body language will sour, and this is just the unfortunate part of being that good for that long. He's never going to want to come off the pitch. You're better off bringing him in for hero ball at the end when you absolutely need magic. And you switch the offense at that point. You go long balls and crosses. But Portugal is good without him, and they can win without him. And I think they need to try to win without him if they're serious about winning a World Cup.
Portugal is fascinating. I'm excited to watch them. I think everything. The other thing that I think is penalty kicks, especially as you get to the knockout rounds, right? Like Ronaldo's probably not going to be able to put 90. 120 on his, every game. And so I do think subbing him, bringing him in later as a strategic, replacement to potentially take penalty kicks, especially if you get to that when in the knockout stage.
I think you have to.
I think that makes a lot of sense. The guy still knows how to find the goal. He's a greyhound. He sniffs the goal all the time.
He's not going to create anymore. He can't create.
He can't create. But I'm saying, like,
he's
the
lost
guy
from a speed perspective, right? He's still a hustler. He's still a competitor.
And if there's one thing if it's between him and a teammate scoring, he's going to be the one to make the touch.
Listen,
I hate to reference Ted Lasso here, right? But he's Roy Kent at the end where he comes in off the bench as the super sub, right? Then he is.
We all needed a little bit of Roy Kent in our
I have a very important question. Where is Colombia playing so I can change my Tinder location?
I believe they were based out of Auburn. Or no.
I'll find out for you.
Yeah, Matt,
do we know how
Are you
many?
talking about where their base camp is?
Do we know how many Colombian fans have come?
He's been obsessed with Colombian since the chick popped up at the Spurs game. He Googled.
She's not Colombian, but I am obsessed with Colombians.
Mexico City, Guadalajara, and Miami. So that's also not a bad place to be.
All right.
Let's send FP to Guadalajara.
Colombians in Miami, man. That's gonna draw pretty well.
He would fit right in. What are you talking about? He's got that thick black hair. He's gonna be fine.
That's right.
Okay, we all got Portugal, I'm assuming, coming out of this group. Does anyone have a different second besides Colombia? Anyone
No.
brave enough to go Uzbekistan or Congo?
I don't know enough
Fast
about
forward.
either of those, to
No
be
chance.
honest. Yeah.
No chance.
Okay, last group. England.
Is
Group L.
James Rodriguez
England.
still on Colombia?
Yeah, this is last go. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
This is last go. And I think again another candidate for super sub, another player who like still has that magic, but not 90 minutes worth of it. Group L: England, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama. There's three teams here that I think can challenge deep into this tournament. Ghana, the Black Stars. Say what you want; these guys are always a problem.
Yeah.
Croatia,
Well, they're not playing the U.S. for like the first time in
finally.
I don't know how many?
Well, you say it, but somehow we're going to run into them in the round.
Yeah. I mean, I'm saying at least not in the round
yes.
robin.
Croatia. This is Luka's last go, right? I think another candidate for super sub, like big minutes off the bench, especially late into games. England should be the favorite coming out of this group. England is low key my favorite to win the whole thing. This is one of their front six, really, because of the way they line up, solid. Their defensive line is a problem, but I think they're going to score enough that it's not going to. I think they get out of this pretty comfortably. I think they get it to the round of 8 pretty unscathed. I like England a lot. That's what I think is going to happen. I think Kane and Saka up front are a tough 1-2 punch. Maybe the best center right wing combo in the entire second, maybe to Spain, maybe second to Spain, maybe third behind France and Spain. But this is a good and talented, English offensive unit. The defense, if they give up 2 early, it's going to be tough. But I like this English squad a lot.
Yeah, I love this English squad too. I have a soft spot in my heart for Croatia, and I don't know. It's because I just have such high respect for Modric. Also, just I think the way they've showed out in the last 2 World Cups, the Euros, like these guys, they're never considered to be like, and they're almost always in the semis. You can always just chalk it up. I think they were in that final, if I'm not mistaken, in the Euros when they. So I really like. I do think Ghana is a problem. I think Ghana is one of those. I think Ghana comes out third and actually could likely, based on matchup, could maybe even win the round of 32 match. I think could come out of that. Panama, I don't expect anything from. Actually
you got 3 going out of this group.
I do. I have England, Croatia. This is actually the second hardest group in my opinion. I had Group I as the hardest group. I have this Group L as the second, and then I have actually Group A as the third hardest group. Like in terms of third A being the most sort of balanced. I don't think it's like difficult, but I do think the English so obviously rooting interest entirely with the US. There's no denying that. Obviously, my love for Messi, but he's already had one. If he bows out early, I'll be okay. There's a part of me, and I don't know if as an American, I would like to see England actually bring it. If the US is out, and my hope is that they're not, I actually considering what they did in the last World Cup, considering what they did in the last Euro, they've been so close. British fans aside, English soccer fans and hooligans aside for a second, I would like to see. This is a team that I'm rooting for to win.
I'm with you on that, Matt. LP, do you have any strong feelings about the English team in general? I know you're.
I don't think it's un-American to want to England to win, right? I think obviously USA all the way.
It's our 250th anniversary. This is our year. This is it. If it was ever going to happen, this is it.
If the Knicks win, the US is going to win the World Cup.
Oh my God.
I mean, if you look at the odds, I think we're towards the upper half.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well,
there's
800 teams. Of course,
pure cinema would be that the USA knocks out England.
I mean,
America.
How about a USA-Iran World Cup final?
I mean, sure.
No, I'm just saying, if you factor in the 250, pure cinema is that we knocked out England yet again.
I mean, Iran, Saudi Arabia would be theater as well, right? I mean, you want to talk about if it's purely on the we don't like you scale. That one probably is close to the top as well. I mean,
Yeah.
FP, soccer FP here. Put your hat back on. England, Croatia, Ghana, Panama. England for you?
England, but I do remember being surprised by Croatia a lot, and I do actually. I think I have a soft spot for them too, like Matt said. I wouldn't mind seeing them go.
They got cool uniforms too.
Their kits are great.
For a nice kit, but
I also did my honeymoon in Croatia, which is always.
You're a big Blue Bay guy.
Yeah, I love me the Blue Bay window, which
So-
is no longer there, by the way. Apparently,
It's. I just read that recently too. So let's close with this. Give me your winner. Maybe a probable and a dark horse. We'll go to LP first. LP, who wins the World Cup? Probable, and then a dark horse.
can we add
dark
one more
horse,
thing?
I'm
Can we
gonna
add
say
the
England.
prediction for the U.S. as well? What's
That's
your
good.
prediction for the
No.
U.S.? Yeah,
No, pass.
I mean, this
My
guy.
dark horse, I'm going to say England. My probable, I'm going to say France.
And you're gonna just
I'm going to bow out of
Stay.
U.S.
okay. FP, probable, long shot.
Kimi Antonelli wins the Barcelona Grand Prix this weekend.
That's quite probable. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'll probably take probable. I think I'm from everything I've researched. I think I'm leaning Spain. Dark horse, I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. But America, I have them going to the quarters.
Quarters is 8.
8.
Yeah, 8. Right. 16.
Mhm.
32. 8. 6. Yes.
8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, you're up.
It's hard to call England a dark horse, but actually, I would say the dark horse is actually likely. My dark horse is actually Portugal. I think the probable is going to be either Spain, France. I would like to see. I don't want to see France do anything else anymore. I'd like to see Spain. I think Spain does win it. I think I also have the U.S. going to the quarterfinals, going to the round of 8. I think that'd be really successful. I'd love to see them make the semis, but I just when you're thinking about England, Portugal, Spain, France, potentially Argentina, I don't see I don't see us making a top 4.
From everything I've heard about Team USA right now, is their biggest weakness, and you can check me on this. Their biggest weakness is that they just don't play team ball, right?
They don't score enough.
They don't score enough, but that comes down to they just don't have like the chemistry. Where I think they all try to do like an ISO game. There's no team ball. But then I think if they were to make it to the quarters, I think that's where the belief and the hype plays in, and I think you might see them find their next gear. Yeah.
Yeah, especially if they end up in the Midwest, like kind of like ground zero for U.S. soccer, depending on where they end up playing.
Yeah, I would say. Look, I think my in watching the U.S. team, I think my issue is one, it's getting better, but yeah, we don't have strikers who can put the ball in the goal on a consistent basis. I'm excited to see what Balogun and Pepe can do. I think that'll be the order. Balogun will start. Pepe will come in as a sub. The other problem with the U.S. is they have defensive lapses at least twice a game. And sometimes the first one doesn't cost them a goal, but at least one of those two always costs them a goal. And so the problem is we don't know what we have in goalie. Between Matt Freese, Matt Turner, we don't know who the number 1 goalie is. I think that kind of stuff will ultimately hamper any true progress that they make beyond I'm being optimistic in saying the quarters, to be completely candid, but I do think matchup based, we've held our own against Germany. I know we didn't go well against Portugal and whoever we played prior to that, but I think this team has a lot of skill. It's got players playing at elite leagues across the globe. I think that's always been something that I've always been kind of drumming that drum, saying, hey, we've got to get our U.S. players playing in the best leagues, getting regularly surrounded by the best players in the world, and we're doing that. I think we have a top level coach. I'm curious. I think being in the U.S. is going to carry us at least one game.
Yeah.
In the knockouts, I'm excited. I think quarters would be good. The semis would be a dream.
So going back to 86, Argentina, 90 was West Germany, 94 Brazil, 98 France, 2002 Brazil, 2006 Italy, 2010, which is crazy because they don't even qualify anymore. 2010 Spain, 2014 Germany, 2018 France, 2022 Argentina. That is your list of winners. I mean, you've got to go France here. I mean, they are. It's crazy, but they're due. They're due to get their third. It pushes Mbappe into rare air. They are, for me, the favorite among the favorites. Yes, Spain can challenge. Yes, Portugal is better and can challenge. Maybe England can challenge. I think it's France's tournament to lose. It's Mbappe's tournament to lose. And if he wins, you are forced to conclude him in GOAT conversations, even though he doesn't have the accolades of his other contemporaries right now. As far as dark horses go, this one's tough. I think Belgium, they shouldn't even be considered a dark horse. They're a good squad. They really are. They're balanced. They can get goals. They can park the bus if they need to. Good overall, and they're fun to watch on top of that. And then I hate to say this as a homer, but I think Mexico low key has a chance to do something special as well. I think it's gonna be a great tournament. I really hope it is a great tournament. I hope we see a ton of goals. And as far as the US, they have to get out of the group. I think they have to win at least 2 elimination games for this to be a successful campaign for them. So I got them with FP, LP, and I think you as well, Matt. I think they got to get to the 16 for this to be a successful tournament. And I'd like to see them actually get into the 8, but that's it. They just don't have enough talent to go beyond that. They're just not good enough. So that's where I see it going. Go ahead.
One team nobody's talking about, and I actually think they are better this year than they've been in a long, long time. Brazil. And I'm telling you, this World Cup,
Neymar's going to get out there and roll around.
Forget Neymar for a second. Talk about
because he's gonna pull a bit.
But my point is, I think the US, I think the world always has a love affair with a good Brazilian team. And I think what can actually help put this World Cup over the top is a Brazil that shows up, and a Brazil that is, again, maybe they're not going to Joga Bonito us to death like the Brazil team of 94 or 98. But I think Brazil could bring a lot of spice to this World Cup. And I wouldn't be surprised if they make it. Again, it's Brazil, so it's hard to call Brazil a dark horse, the most winningest team in the World Cup. But I would love to kind of see Brazil make a fun run too. It would just be good for the World Cup.
FP, you touched on F1. Is that something we need to know about for the weekend?
The only storyline here is if Kimi were to win, he would have more podiums than George Russell, who's been on Mercedes much longer than him, which is insane.
Because there's a little bit of a twist here. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Kimi thing.
Hey, guy, we'll do an F1 show later, I promise.
Just 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
I'm so tired.
Fascinating. They did a whole thing. They did a whole documentary about finding Kimi Antonelli and giving him the seat.
Did they find him?
When they had Hamilton. They
pulled him up early. It's a crazy story.
Toto scouts him, basically puts him into the Mercedes system. The kid's like 12 at the time. Puts him in. I mean, this is like European soccer, right? And he basically goes out on a limb. And the first season, the kid is crashing out. Everybody's like, what have we done? Toto Wolff looks like an idiot. And now he looks like an absolute genius.
Are you as hardcore as FP in this with this stuff?
So I don't know enough about the technology of the vehicles, but I love watching the races. I've been watching now F1 for 7 or 8 years.
Wow, look at this. We got a spinoff show here.
Dude, he's done. He was consistently 1.5 seconds faster than every other car in Monaco.
Are we just going to push to 2 hours at this point? Should we just lock it in?
This might be our longest show
lost the
ever.
game after blowing a 9. I mean, let's just go right into it.
Anyway,
schedule review for the.
Let's go. The skins are going to be. Let's just go right into.
Can we talk about the
in the morning? I want to go sleep, man. I want to go sleep.
No, we're done.
That's when you put the best content out, baby.
Wrap it up. Hit the outro. Catch us on Patreon. We love you all. Episode 7,000, whatever.
Peace, y'all. Happy to be here.
Episode 385 Patreon. We love you. Good night. Goodbye. We'll see you later. Goodbye.